Good morning, 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Tuesday, August 30th, 2022 here in the great state of Michigan on the Eastern Standard Time. I want to thank the more than 13,300 subscribers. I want to thank, or I would like to thank the new members of Tom's Army. We had Don Jackson. So we had Don Jackson join yesterday, or today I should say. It says 0 days ago. And then just before that we had Pinky. So I want to thank both of you for joining Tom's Army. And I would also like to thank Ruby, Garden, and 1986 Baldwin for resubscribing to Tom's Army yesterday. I really appreciate that. I do appreciate the support. So that made me feel good to see a new member join and then a few people re-up. So continue that momentum. I would really have greatly appreciated a new member today. If I can get a new member of Tom's Army, that really is what makes me the happiest each and every day. So if you're looking to join Tom's Army, it's in the video description below. Click on the video description and click on the link. It's the very first link that says join Tom's Army, $9.99 a month, and you get the exclusive Telegram. Not to mention you get the exclusive emoji of me being abducted by aliens in month 1. Oh yes. So I want to start out by reading this. The Ripple SEC lawsuit drags on. Crypto Daily TV 8/30/2022. This came out about not even 45 minutes ago, which is why I want to read it. And then with XRP, we're still at that 3305 approximately. 3326 is holding as that resistance we've talked about. We're trying to see if it'll hold that as resistance or if it were to bounce over it and end up pegging it as support up to 3408. But right now it's still being used as hard resistance, and that's exactly what we want. So we'll get into the charts after. So stay calm, pay attention, and I'd appreciate this if you give me a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're new, join the almost 13,400 subscribers. And then also, it's imperative that you share this on social media. It is the only way to get this content out, as I am shadow banned by YouTube. So SEC files no objection to Ripple requests to seal non-party identities in XRP lawsuit. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has decided not to object to Ripple Labs' request to seal identities of certain non-parties and Ripple employees in the Dalbert motions, as it's a lawsuit against Ripple drags on. Ethereum scaling network Arbitron set for major upgrade, and we're going to talk about that as well. If you're interested, I have a station called the Ethereum Protocol. Type it in on YouTube or just look in my video description. So let's just read this step by step. So Ethereum layer 2 scaling solution Arbitrum is set to undergo one of the most significant upgrades, set to increase the transaction throughout, slash transaction fees, and simplify cross-chain communication between Arbitron and Ethereum. 75% of people are investing in crypto because of GameFi. The State of GameFi 2022 survey published last week showed that over 75% of its participants invested in crypto because of GameFi. It also claims 68% of GameFi investors who responded to chain play joined the market less than a year ago, a period that marked the onset of a significant decline in the price of Bitcoin and altcoins. Bitcoin USD rocketed 3.1% in the last session. Yeah, it really rocketed. The Bitcoin dollar pair exploded 3.1% in the last session. The stochastic indicator is giving a positive signal going against our overall technical analysis. Support is at 19,130 and resistance 20,376. Stochastic indicator is positive territory. Ethereum went up 7.9% in the last session. Ethereum dollar pair exploded at 7.9%. MACD is giving a negative signal. Support is at 1,369.60. Resistance 1536. MACD is currently in negative territory. XRP/USD exploded 3.1% in the last session. The Ripple dollar pair exploded 3.1% in the last session. The stochastic indicator's positive signal contradicts our overall technical analysis. Support is at 3112 and resistance at 3428. I disagree. The current resistance right now is 3326, and then we have a 3408 area, but I don't see 3428 being the current resistance personally. That's why we haven't got past 3326. Everybody always skips the middle resistance to go to the trend line. The stochastic indicator is currently in positive territory. Litecoin dollar pair skyrocketed 3.6% in the last session as Litecoin was up 3.6%. Support is at $50.58 and resistance $57.18. The ROC is currently in positive zone. So U.S. consumer confidence. The U.S. consumer confidence is a leading indicator that measures the level of consumer confidence and economic activity. The U.S. consumer confidence will be released at 1400 GMT. The U.S. S&P says Case-Shiller home price in at 1300 GMT. The Eurozone's business climate at 9 o'clock GMT. The S&P Case-Shiller home prices examine changes in the value of the residential real estate market in 20 regions across the U.S. So there's a lot of stuff going on this morning, and it started out with that little bit of news with the Ripple SEC lawsuit dragging on. But there's a bunch of headlines today, and these are all of them. So the EMU business climate, the business climate indicator is based on monthly surveys and is designed to deliver a clear and timely assessment of the cyclical situation within the local economy. And then we got the import price index, measures changes in the prices of imported products. High prices for imports carry inflationary pressure. Germany's import price index will be released at 6 GMT. Japan's industrial production at 2,350 GMT. Japan's largest retailer sales at 2,350. So just pay attention. And then industry is a JP industrial production, basic category of business activity. Changes in the volume of the physical output of the nation's factories, mines, and utilities are measured by the index of the industrial production. Then we got large retailer sales. The large retailer sales captures the total value of goods sold in large stores, chain convenience stores, and supermarkets. It indicates the level of consumption and consumer confidence. So I just needed to show you all the stuff that's going on. There's a lot of data being released today across the world, and you have to be aware of it because the markets are going to react one way or the other towards it. Right now, XRP, we still haven't broke that 33.26 resistance that we came through, which was a very strong support. Now we're playing it to the bottom side like we did on the top side. So now the moment we break, we're looking to break this 32.73 and have a little confluent push down. This could, in fact, be starting a weird inverted head and shoulders if somehow it did hold around the 32.83 mark. But once it breaks that, then we can come back down, and then we can hit our next target at 28.91. Yes, I acknowledge there's a target like 30.01 something on the way, but we must break this critical uptrending support before we have any chance of breaking down any farther. So this morning, I had to update you on what's going on across the world, and that's the only way I knew how was to get it all in one place. And I figured I would intrigue people with the XRP news, with the lawsuit, and that, you know, the SEC's not objecting to this next portion. So that's what I'm seeing with XRP. It's straight as can be. And then Bitcoin, we must stay on the same path as well. Bitcoin, if it breaks up and holds this 20-day and 200-day, we have a targeted move up to 20,943 roughly, about 21,000. Now, that's if we break up, and that hits that downtrending resistance perfectly, and it would have a perfect breakdown. It's a perfect area that would tell us that this pattern's over. But what we need to break is this, and I like to call them parabolic uptrends. When they start to break these out of nowhere, once you break this parabolic uptrend, then you can start coming down, and the next move would be 19,079. So we're kind of stuck in an ascending triangle, so to say, because you could certainly tighten this up if you understand what you're looking at, and then that becomes the pattern. So that's what we're looking at for Bitcoin. And I suppose you could also say, well, if the pattern breaks up, then you would actually get up a little bit higher, but that's remains to be seen. So that's what I'm looking at for XRP. And I had a question, or with Bitcoin, I had a question. Where does your 5-year trend line, what are you using as your point of contact? I will show you. I'm using the point of contact to start right here on April 17, 2017. And all you can see is that wick in the weekly. But if you go into a smaller time frame, you can see it more clear. But that is the basis. Some people are using it down here on April 3rd, and it causes it to be a little more distorted. I'm using that first point that it actually held before it went parabolic, and that would be that candle on the weekly. XRP Future Millionaire. Hit that like button, and if you want to support me, join Tom's Army. It's that simple. So if you want to trade like me, click the video description below and go to the description you see on the right hand side. This is the video from 9 hours ago I did before bed. I wanted to keep everybody on the right track, and it's following right now the 33.26, and I even showed if we were to break up and that was a fake out and we actually had one more layer, that's where our next move would be. But until we break 33.26, that shouldn't even be on anybody's mind. Right now we're at a resistance level. So in the video description below, if you want to trade like me and trade XRP without a VPN, click my partnered link for BITGET. I'm an ambassador to BITGET, so the affiliate clicks mean nothing to me. In fact, even you clicking on my partnered link doesn't do anything. I want you to join me on BITGET because you can copy trade with me by searching XRP Future Millionaire, and you can also trade XRP without a VPN, and it's also licensed in 50 different countries. But in the USA, you do not need a VPN to trade, which means you can legally buy XRP and you don't have to hide behind a paywall or a firewall. And then if you want to join Tom's Army, it's the first thing you see. Join Tom's Army, pay it forward. Stay blessed, everybody.